Well,
first and goal. Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Playcall Sheet. As my man Took says, happy hump day back up in here. Man, how you doing today?
You heard? We're doing it here, man. What's going on with it? Y'all know it's Wednesday. The play call sheet. Cowboyed up, baby.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Chili Will, how's your day going, fam?
It's doing great, but it ain't about to turn into cowboy radio. I know that much.
It is. It is.
Man, we got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. Our last play call sheet on Wednesday night. We return back to our normally scheduled time on Monday coming up this week. But, man, got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We've been getting a bag. Football season is when we really shine.
Let's go. And I'm black screening again because, again, I am cooking like a Hot Pocket in this bitch. So.
Well, man, let's get right in it, man. Right off the bat, I know we talked about it on the Parlay Perspective the other night. But, you know, Coach Prime, man.
Oh, we think he might say, is that a possibility?
Talked about the other night, you know, it was the speculation that he might step down, but that ended up not being the case. It ended up being to where he had revealed that he had the battle with bladder cancer, where he had it removed. He had it rebuilt with his intestines with a robot. So we kind of went into detail of the other night, but tonight is, you know, Coach Prime will be back. He said he's going to have the 40 potty on the sideline because he got to go. He got to go now. You know, so what do you think the impact would be this year? Would this be something that the team rallies around?
I think, honestly, yeah, because I think I swung some of this kind of news rumor to you guys on Saturday. So I thought that's what it was going to be on Monday when they made the announcement that he was going to step down because of X and X. But yeah, just the way he's built in Prime, he wants to go out there and see how he can do under the weather. It's always been like that. This situation is the most critical one. He's going to go out there and start the season off as coach, but week by week, we're going to look at health, how he looks. In this case, it's more cameras on you, but that's not the reason we want cameras on you. But you'll definitely see a lot more insight on Coach Prime, rather his injury, the team success. We know if the team's bad, they're going to show that too. They've been doing it for 3 years. So it's going to be interesting. But stepping down, I can see it in the future, but this year's going to tell a lot. This year's going to tell a lot. You know, just he wasn't on the sidelines during the offseason, you know, for this reason. So now coming in here, Coach is going to stretch some light. He's going to have the team motivated, him motivated, the staff motivated, just to have him there. And they need that. Because if he wasn't there, I believe, this year, you don't need that. You can't. Too much on the table. And it's crazy because health reasons, you know what I'm saying? None of that should be even like anything involved. But, you know, this is college, professional, whatever you want to call it. So, there you have it.
I just realized Brandon said, I just realized I was on the NFL Network today. Yeah, this menace. Are you why they selling now and everything's gone? Because you was on the act of the fool, huh, Brandon? What happened? But no, that's good. That's good stuff. I had my moment on national television one time. I was of course it was A-Rod giving an interview, that bum, but I was in the back pushing somebody in a wheelchair.
He was back to doing some disorder.
No. I am where I was. If I was acting a fool, everybody would have saw. So like, not just because of the TV, but because where I was, I was behind home plate. Like, yeah, it would have been wild. I gotta act right. But yeah, as far as look, we talked before about Prime and how his approach to coaching. Now, we've said this like tongue in cheek at times because 2 of those players were literally his kids. But he's a coach, but also he brings a father figure like energy to the team. You know what I mean? So now, obviously, all the jokes when we would say that is, yeah, because 2 of his players are definitely his kids, which funny. But we've seen him pull other players aside who are not his kids and have those type of conversations that you're like, that's a coach talking to a kid, yes, but that's also like somebody that kid looks up to as a fatherly type figure in conversation that they're having right there. We saw him act that way with Travis Hunter. I say all that to say this. Man, if you think you're going to run through a wall for your coach, you're going to run through the wall for Pop. And that's everybody Pop right there. So, yeah, I think this definitely motivates the team. And I think we watched over the last couple of years him bring on parts of the staff that can echo his expertise with no problem. What they can't replace is the figure that he is to them. But that'll be replaced by their wanting to just run through a wall for bro. So I think this is going to motivate them a lot. I also think anybody who's still there, who was there when his kids were there, are going to feel like they got something to prove now. Because now we don't have any kind of hurdle of him having his 2 sons in his team now. Like, he's really just coach now. That's prime, man. And so, yeah, I think it's going to help him, especially if he eventually comes back. Oh, man, you understand when he comes back to that sideline? After being gone for a little bit, they might be exhausted by halftime because they're gonna be so turned up the entire time. This guy,
hey, bring anyone from the boys, huh?
Hey, this is the last time Dion. This is the last time Dion won a coveted title. You know, I just want people to know he's gonna use that as motivation too when he's getting up on game day.
Oh, I like that he found the right finger. That's cool. That was
I did
cool prop right there.
Yeah,
props. Oh, he got the prop, but that's a cool way to reuse one. Like, he brought it back, and I mean, he cooked up. I like that. I thought he was giving me the finger while I was talking. I'm like, this guy.
Nah, the pinky, unfortunately.
But I like the fact that you have mentioned he's gonna be everybody's pops now, and it's probably some pressure off of him at the same time than not having to. The outside people, he coaching his boys and this. He's just coaching them.
Yes, I just coach.
And he's trying to mentor these young men. I like the fact, I think we talked about it a couple of times last year, the dress code he's got for the team, something as simple as that. There's no sandals in class. There's no sagging. I like that. He's putting them in a position to, you're representing our program. You can't just go out looking all crazy and stuff like that.
Right. And you know why that's cool that you said that? Because that's very Bill Belichickian.
Really?
First of all. Oh, Bill was very much, but here's the difference. Here's the big difference with Prime. Bill was strict, and Bill is strict. And we're going to hear stories about his strictness at UNC, best believe. Just give it time. But what Bill kind of legislated out with the way he did things was personality, individuality. Prime has this same approach, but lets people be individuals. He gonna let you be you. Like, we saw that with his kid. He lets his kid be him. He doesn't helicopter or overparent his kid from what I've seen. He talks a lot of shit, but like, yeah, that's the relationship they got. But yeah, so I think it's the same approach of uniformity, and but then also letting them be themselves. So I think this is going. I love what he does. Coach Prime, man, he's done everything but the winning part. Like, he's won some games, but like the getting to the playoff and getting next level type stuff. That's what we want to see for Prime. Not that we're saying, we want to see that out of Prime for him to prove something. Nah, we know what he is. We want to see that for Prime because we all fans. I was wondering, can you think of another ex-player that's a coach that became a coach and had any kind of success that is more liked than Prime?
Had success at the NFL level or both?
Any kind of success in coaching as a former player. Because, like, I feel like a lot of them, they get, I don't know, either they're not successful and we hate on them and we're ready to take shots at them, or like, I don't know, they're not as likable. I mean, Dan Campbell comes to mind. He played well, and people kind of love him now. But they thought he was crazy first before they started liking him. He had to turn around the worst franchise in NFL history before we were like, hey, that guy might be up to something.
I'm trying to think. Ooh.
Like, did Vermeil play? Everybody loved Vermeil. Did he play? Even if he did, everyone who liked him never saw him play. He played 1,000 years ago. He was 1,000,000 years old.
He probably didn't have the success that this guy had, but you talking about like a player coach?
Yeah.
Probably somebody that he barely missed in his time with Dallas. I'll probably say Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy was loved. He was, yeah, you're right. Jimmy was loved. Yeah. All right.
At Arkansas.
Yeah.
At Miami.
Yeah.
He was a player's coach, and he let them be individuals.
Right. That's a huge part of it. You gotta you can hold them accountable, but still let them be themselves. Looking at you, Bill. Jesus. Let people be themselves.
All right. So next up, what do you say are the top 5 NCAA college
Conferences?
Yes.
Admittedly, this is gonna be embarrassing. I don't know, man. I just know SEC better than all them motherfuckers.
I knew you was gonna say that. I just knew it.
ACC, Big 10, Big 12.
Okay. Those 3.
Yep. Pac, I guess.
Okay. That's barely the 5th one.
They're like maybe the 5th, maybe. USA, definitely not. The WAC says speaks for itself.
I'm gonna be real. I'm taking the ACC out.
That's the.
You're taking the ACC out. That's.
And I'm replacing it with the Mountain West.
We're done with you. Get them out of here. Pack them up.
Actually, the ACC was one of them.
ACC is one of them. Yeah, definitely. But no.
So there's recently had their media days.
What happened?
Yeah, they just recently had their media days. So we're going to take a look at some of the top stories. The first one is the ACC. So Suk had mentioned, I'm going to give you three things to look for. Let me know your thoughts on them. For the ACC, Clemson remains the favorite. The Bill Belichick debut, and the future of NIL and retentions.
So we're just talking about top stories in each conference?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You might have said that, and I just didn't hear you.
Let's look at the first. Clemson is the favorite. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to look at their wide receiver room, but it's the best in college football.
Yeah.
The best in college football.
On default, we don't like to talk about on paper, but I have to say on paper right now, they are the team to beat in the ACC.
Oregon, same conference, right? Yeah. No,
Oregon's in the big.
Oh, no, ACC. Yeah. Okay.
Oregon.
So I think Clemson should definitely, they got to be the favorites here. Shout out to them ponies, though. We watching.
I think the dark horse. Now, I agree that those 2 are the top 2. Miami might have something to say.
Yep.
But I think the dark horse is Tuk's team, Boston College.
Do you now?
I do.
They made some good moves this offseason.
Listen, I was about to say something about BC being on the top of that totem pole over there, but I know it's supposed to. So, usually in that case, BC takes that in stride and then we suck again. But we'll throw some excitement as we did last year in conference play. Wasn't really a beat. We didn't really take no beat downs crazy in conference play. Every game just came about to the fourth quarter with top teams like Louisville, SMU. We were up on them teams late.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully the improvement this year with the coaching staff that we have can be a turnaround for us. We need it, especially early in the schedule to kind of keep us up when those times are scheduled.
can agree more with that. I think also last year was O'Brien's first year with him, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So he kind of came in, inherited some players, trying to implement his discipline and systems. Now he's complete off season. He's recruited players, his players,
for his scheme,
for his team. So I think they're gonna make some leaps this year.
Their best player was probably Thomas Castellanos for a good portion of last season, or at least going into last season. He had some troubles midway through the season. They moved on. He's in Florida State now. They have a new guy that is better suited to run what they're trying to run.
Run a pro-style offense, right?
It's gonna be more pro-style than it was. That's for damn sure. They were just running like spread, not even full spread. Like he was just dropping back and running half of the place.
Yeah. One thing with recruitment this year for them needs to be their defense. I think they can score the football. I think the defense needs to really, really gaze in themselves this year and not give up points. Especially, like I said, in stretches of games where it comes down and then you're giving up points. So I'm expecting the defense to come up this year.
I agree. I also think they won't spend as much time on the field. They're going to be more of a running team and moving the chains team this year. It's going to help the defense out for sure. So, but I like the second story for ACC as the lead. That would have been my lead, obviously for biased reasons, yes. But also because I think this is going to be one of the most fascinating stories in college football. Will it work? Will it work? Will his approach? I just got finished talking in the first story with Prime, like similar coaching styles in terms of like discipline and everything like that, but very different when it comes to being a player's coach. Will he be able to adjust to the age gap? In the NFL, Belichick did not have to care and or worry about rookies. If they weren't playing well or they weren't doing what he thought, he just bench them. That's it. But now every one of these players is younger than those rookies you were dealing with. So a strong hand might not always get you through to them, especially if you can't be a player's coach. And they got ammo. Could you imagine being a 4- or 5-star recruit, Bill Belichick, like throwing shade, coming at you all types of ways, and you're like, yo, your girlfriend's my age. I don't care, old man. Like, beat it.
Listen,
I'm just saying they got ammo now.
I forgot Bill Belichick was with North Carolina ACC. I felt like so long since we spoke about him. But go ahead, Will. Continue.
Just with this, yeah. I mean, that's because we ain't been talking about football. It's been about the broad. Like, that's it.
Hey, listen here. Bill Belichick in North Carolina, they are gonna be for fights every weekend. Similar to Prime, like you said, Will, as well. The media is gonna be all over them. The wins, the losses, the pre-games, all of that. It kind of brings a little bit of relevancy back to the ACC until the ACC proves that it's good again or not.
I agree.
So it kind of helps the ACC out by getting this prestige name. And another thing I'm gonna say lastly about Bill Belichick, kind of had to start the Patriots system with the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? And becoming the new head coach there after not wanting the Jets job.
Yeah.
Now you're in North Carolina where we are surprised that you took this job. And now you're going to have to reshape them. And there's no Tom Brady coming, but can he get that recruiting part correct? I think that's what he needs. He needs the recruiting part to be correct. Because if he can get that, and the way he is as a coach, I feel like he's so established as a coach that people are going to listen to him. I know they're young, and obviously young people do young things, but the prestige, and then he can show them that he's getting plays there and all that, it's a different ballgame, but he has to get that part right. So let's see who he's gotten so far, and let's see how they can get as a team to build the treehouse, in a sense. Because that's ultimately what he's trying to build here. Treehouse.
And then the last story was the future of the NIL and retention. So they're saying the coaches in the ACC are grappling with the challenges of NIL, a la Dabo Swinney, and the transfer portal. They acknowledge the players should be compensated. They also emphasize the importance of retaining players and building a strong team culture. With Dabo changing his mind this year, because before in the past he was adamant against NIL, he adamant against the transfer portal. Now he seems to have embraced both of them. Do you see Clemson returning back to being a national contender?
NIL is going to just play a pivotal part in everything to me. Strongly, of course, they're talking about it because this is like new things to people, new stuff. And obviously, every orientation or kickoff session you have, NIL is going to be a portion of the talk because they're not done reshaping what they want it to be shaped as. Right now, it's just going wild. We've heard, we've seen, we've talked about numerous things that's going on. So, NIL is something that we're not going to want to hear eventually because it's already kicked in. But make sure these guys, these teams, everybody there are going to learn and have a 45-minute session about the NIL. Even though you probably already had it 3 months ago. Hey, doesn't it look like one of our jobs? Sounds like my job. I learn the same stuff every 4 months. I'm like, come on. If you think I'm that dumb, why you hire me?
Yeah, this is still very much an experiment and a work in progress, the NIL. We're going to be tinkering with this for years.
TBD?
Yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, look, if you watch the show, but I'll say it again for anybody new watching, y'all know my stance. You got to cap the transfers. You got to cap the transfers.
Yeah.
If a kid can transfer every single year, like, look, I don't mind back-to-back years if a coach leaves. So I'll say but we're only gonna talk about head coaches. If you went there for a coordinator, that's a bad choice. Don't go to places for coordinators. They're tied to head coaches.
How
so
many
you go to
you allow them if you were able to be in control of that?
Say it again.
How many transfers would you allow a player?
I'm gonna say
two.
I like two as well. You can transfer once. If you transfer a second time, like, it might be you. Exactly. You might be the problem. And that seems something that, and if we keep letting you transfer, you're never going to work on you.
I think another reason why I agree with limited the transfers is because you might have a kid that's being recruited right now. He's like a freshman, sophomore. Can they start real early now?
Yep.
He's committed to the school the whole time. When his time comes up for him to announce his recruitment or ready to try to make a decision his senior year, all of a sudden, what happens if they catch wind that his other kid wants to transfer there? That's a 1-2 year starter at other schools. He wants to transfer to your school now, and they pull that other kid's scholarship. I'm looking at that aspect of it. That's a major disappointment. I don't think it's fair to those kids that waited their turns.
Right.
Yeah, it kind of implements that in there, but then you have that window too to commit or decommit. And I feel like that's going to happen more now, so I agree with you on that, Coach. Another thing is as well, we're used to the JUCO kids transferring or now being recruited to another school. That's kind of the norm we grew up in. We all have. I'm okay with a cap of transfers in D1 schools because it's D1 school to D1 school. Unless you're going from the Jackrabbits to the Wolverines, then maybe you know, in a sense there. But yeah, if you're gonna cap this D1 schools, you're going from major conference to major conference. It should be two at most. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're having trouble, and then like Will said, the second time it's you. So now once it's you should cut all ties in terms of letting these players transfer out.
What's up, Jiggity J?
Hit it.
What's happening? Stupid job, late trucks, FedEx this, FedEx that. I can't stand. I'm just happy I'm off. How you guys doing tonight?
We good. We're talking college football.
Oh.
So
we're in the ACC right now. I'm about to move on.
So remember that we were talking about how it kind of sucks where a lot of those kids were jumping in the transfer portal before the college football playoffs even started.
Right.
And so that's also is that same window where they can take their scholarship from their kid because that's not national commitment days, not to what? February.
That's the thing too. They're gonna have to start capping stuff a little bit earlier, maybe. They're gonna have to move around the system because the way it is right now, it's not built an advantage for the people who want advantage right now. Right now, the advantage, what has been in all sports, the players. So until that changes, we're gonna see a lot of this stuff going on everywhere. And football, in particular, college football. I love college. College is one of the best times of my life. And
here's the problem with setting the date too early on that day, because so a lot of teams, like plenty of teams, still playing if you go too early.
That's true,
and that gives the kids transferring earlier a big advantage to go where they want to go. So
I say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of juggling going on here.
A lot of juggling going on.
Like the off season is gonna have to be captain. I mean, and then in the season 2, you're still doing recruiting and all that, but that can come to a stop before playoffs or something. I don't know. Maybe it's something they talk about. I know it messes up everything in the course, but at least you get those guys that went their freshman year at school and then committed to a school. You get those guys. Even if they want to transfer next year, they get the experience to see if they want to transfer or not, or I don't know. It's weird. Everything now is weird. So I know y'all be playing that dynasty mode in college football. So I know those weeks are long. The days and weeks are long.
Just like every other organization that's this big with this many moving parts, with every solution opens up another set of problems that you're going to have to address.
Always.
Yeah. And so we're going to just I think the best thing we can do is just keep tinkering. Try not to lose anybody in the shuffle during all this. Like some kid gets screwed out of situation because the rules are changed now. Just keep everybody in mind when you're doing this, which is tough. But yeah, we're going to keep tinkering. Every year we're going to come up with some new adjustments. But yeah, they have to be able to make these adjustments on the fly, because if you're just going to sit here and talk about it once a year and maybe make some changes, that's not productive. So we got to do a little more than talk. We got to act. Be proactive. All right, so that's the ACC, correct?
ACC. Next up, we got, and Jake came in right in time. Got the Big Ten.
Big Ten.
The key stories for the Big Ten. They were real hot this offseason as far as them wanting to expand the college football playoff, which Ohio State is reloading. Would it be a challenge for them? Penn State's big game reputation, are they chokers? And the Michigan scandal still lingering.
Oh, I thought we can't. That story, the file. I'm about to put that story in. It's in the same file to Aaron Rodgers and all. I'm just tired of hearing this. Like, just figure it out. Punish who you're gonna punish. Move on. That being said, yes, I do think Ohio State's gonna have a challenge to bounce back here, but they're so flush with talent at key spots that I think they'll be able to weather that storm.
I think the way the new quarterback goes, the team goes.
Yeah, Sayan's got the weight of an entire program and all of its fans on his shoulders now, which I guess you would say is every quarterback, but it's a little different fresh off of a ring.
Yeah. Jake, it's your team. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think this season's going to go how Sayan goes. And if he's as advertised, not the little tidbits that we saw last year, we could go back to back. And I do think that the guys that were behind the main starters, because I think if I saw it correctly, I think we only have 2 or 3 returning defensive players. I think 3. So it's going to be
remember. Yeah, we found out it was 4. We looked, it's 4. Yeah, we found out.
It's 2 cornerbacks, a linebacker, and downs. So the secondary's nice. I'm fine with that. It's just the defensive line, which is where we got famous last year, was no one could score a touchdown if they were at the goal line because we had a wall. It's going to be interesting to see how everybody acclimates to the new defense. And also, we have a new defensive coordinator. Jim Knowles left for Penn State. that could be big for Penn State when, they can't win big games. They got a real deal defensive coordinator. See how they go. But talking Ohio State, obviously.
Moving.
Do what?
What was the story behind him choosing to go to Penn State?
He's from that area. He loves Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
He got his ring, showed who he was, and that's why he wanted to go there. He's from the area.
Could he also be maybe being proactive because he knows James Franklin might be on the hot seat?
I wouldn't say no.
Chess move, 3D chessing.
And with the team that James Franklin has this year and all the analysts on ESPN and Fox saying Penn State should be the number 1 overall seed and all this other stuff because they do have a stacked roster everywhere and they got a new defensive coordinator that's really good. If he fails it this year with everything that he's got, this might be James Franklin's last go around. Yeah. And also I do want to say something because Will mentioned it, or you mentioned it, and Will said something about it. I hate Michigan. I don't like them, biggest rival. But I am sick of it. It's like if they wanted to do something about it, they should have figured out what they were going to do 6 months after the findings and figuring out what they were going to do. Why are we still talking about this 2.5 years later? It's time to get rid of the sour grapes. As Ohio State fans, the best way that we can get back at them for being scandalous is let's whoop their ass this year. It's time. It's been 4 years. It's over whatever the sign says about over 1,000 days. I'm over it. Let's just get back at them by whooping their behinds.
Hold on, but you know why? You know why this is taking forever to kind of finalize itself. The coach left town. The operation of the ship dropped out. And now you see all these extra people getting hit. The sideline ball boy who's 18 years old getting hit. The assistant coach getting hit. So these guys are just taking little penalties for the team. They don't have no answer really for the whole scheme of it, and that's why they're going to try to figure it out. But this is when they're going to figure it out, Jake.
Hey, look, this is exactly why I don't have any inkling of respect for Jim Harbaugh. He ran away and tucked his tail and felt nothing from any of this. He got he got a small couple.
But here's the thing, Jake. You also celebrate the rings you got under Urban Meyer, who did the same exact thing to get there. So
what are we talking about? Did he do it at Ohio State? No, he didn't. So what's your point?
No, but your point is that you don't respect the guy who cuts and runs. That's what Urban did. He cut and ran from Florida.
He wasn't part of it. He wasn't part of a rival school. Why would I care?
So it has nothing to do.
It has nothing to do. Nothing. You were chirping at nothing.
Huh? No, I'm trying to make it that way because you're inconsistent. That's my point.
No, I'm not. You
are though. So if you hate Harbaugh, just hate Harbaugh because he was at Michigan. But saying he cut and ran,
you're throwing.
You said he cut and ran. Did you not say he cut and ran?
He did.
All right, that's what Urban did. Same thing. End of story.
Urban retired, left, and decided to come back.
He cut and ran. Same thing. If you have a problem with him cut and running, then stop celebrating rings from a guy who cut and run and did the same thing.
You're throwing gum at the wall.
No, I'm making a good point, and you can't stand that.
No,
you hate when I make a good point.
So
you're not
going to win the championship this year. They didn't win last year. Penn State's going to win the conference, and now the second question about Penn State is, if they got this loaded roster, and honestly, they're ready to Notre Dame, the second best team in the NCAA college football last year. They made it to the championship. This year they don't run into Notre Dame. They might not be no problem. Thirdly, I just answered it about Michigan, and I'm gonna answer it in fullness. 10 seconds. They got Bryce Underwood, a prestige guy. If he struggles, they're gonna flame Michigan in terms of the sanctions and all that. If he blossoms, nothing happens to Michigan. You know why? But as long as they keep bringing guys in and doing things the Michigan way, nothing's gonna happen in this scandal internally to these guys. That's all I gotta say.
I can see.
Again, this is me trying to talking good about my rival. I feel like that's going to be stupidly unfair because you're going to judge a guy off of giving a freshman the keys. If he comes back out and does great on the sophomore year, everyone's going to forget about a struggling freshman who's supposed to struggle when he comes in to the starting lineup. So I'm
Oh
not
no, I'm
gonna
not
go
gonna
off
talk
his
about
first year.
internally like struggling in terms of in that. I feel like certain things need to happen in order for this sanctioning period and everybody's headache to go away and not hearing it no more. And I'm just thinking in my mind the ways that it could happen, because right now it's at a standstill because Michigan had a respectable team last year. They just was going through a new way with things. This year, now it's you got this guy, you got a quarterback now. We talk about the quarterback issues.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback.
What
So
you
let's see
said,
what happens.
basically sum it up. Too saying success makes people forget stuff.
Absolutely.
That's college
That's
football.
fair.
Been there for years.
I allow the Patriots. Not
Yeah.
throwing shade, but
No, fair.
one.
Fair.
All right.
As soon as we came back and won, and everybody knew that the sides of the balls weren't being touched anymore and all that stuff, you couldn't say anything anymore. Like how many we got to win before and after, and then the story dies. So yeah.
So we went from a story that won't die to a conference that we thought was going to die at one point in time. That's the Big 12. They keep holding on, man.
Yeah, Big 12 sus.
With them, their new commissioner, Brett Yormark, his confidence in the conference depth as they've added teams. Parity is their strength, and individual coaching narratives are the three top stories.
Parity being your strength is a fun way of saying we don't got any great teams here.
Yeah, definitely a way to read between.
Yeah, that is a fun rebranding. We're mediocre.
And especially with the team that some people probably picked to win, their quarterback transferred because of a
BYU. Oh wait, who? BYU guy?
Yep.
Yeah. That's rough. All right, so my fault. Well, I was too busy leaning on that.
I think honestly with the Big 12, go ahead, Coach.
Mhm.
Sorry about that.
It's wide open from a parity standpoint.
Yeah.
You had Texas Tech that spent all that money to get those transfers in. They might be the dark horse. And then, we talked earlier in the first story, Coach Prime team running through a wall for him. This may be they step up win the conference.
Yeah, I mean you got coaches like Mike Gundy, Kyle Whittingham, Matt Campbell, and Lance Lopoy, and you take a couple of seconds and try to realize who these coaches are. And you mentioned parity coach. These coaches are trying to establish themselves. So this is a good topic for them to even discuss in regards to coaching. Because all these coaches are looking for success. They're looking to build their name. They're looking to be that next guy when the NFL is calling. We need a new head coaching job. They ain't want to be one of those guys. Or assistant jobs or something. So, yeah, they're going to be fighting the blood this year. And a lot of these teams are respectable teams. And that's what's going to make this conference dope with the parity and all that. That these teams are literally middle of the road teams. We're not going to absolutely trash the Big 12. I mean, letting Texas go was bad. Oklahoma, you can kind of live without it. I think Oklahoma goes back to the Big 12 soon.
I can see that.
Conspiracy theory. Because that's where the money is in their eyes. It's going to be in the SEC because SEC makes money. But if you're the 12, 13 team in the conference, that's not good. So, yeah.
They only make it so much.
I respect this conference, man. I always respected this conference. From the days of, RG3s to Des Bryant's to, what I'm saying? There's a lot of people you mentioned, man. And, yeah, it's going to be a dogfight in the
I'm
12.
excited about it, and I almost forgot about it. The return of Rich Rodriguez
to West Virginia.
That's big.
Huge.
And listen, and I'm looking at a list. They don't even have this man on here. But he's established. You put him in the list. That's another guy that's trying to reestablish this conference right here in terms of coaches. It's gonna be a fight. Dion coming off the the recovery. You're gonna be in for it, Dion. That's what I said. You better be ready. That mental and physical stuff, those other coaches don't care. They want to catch W just like you. They trying to feed their families just like you. Y'all believe the same?
Yeah, I think this conference it still has redeeming qualities.
It's not the best conference football-wise.
No, of course not. But they're not the worst conference either. So
it's gonna be drama central right here. This is gonna be like your MTV, VH1 stuff, BET. This is it right here. You're gonna get it weekly.
Next up, B conference, the SEC. The big stories for them are high expectations for Florida, and Bill Napier. Tennessee's unexpected quarterback battle.
Yeah.
The Longhorns' championship aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama being fueled by the disrespect.
Yeah, Napier. We'll see.
I have to say, I think the best thing y'all did was retaining him. That team from the beginning of the season, with all the injuries he had to deal with, to the end when they were competing.
Yeah. What I'll give him is we competed the entire time. So I'll give him that. X's and O's, I am still not even close to sold on this man at all. But obviously he's got the pulse of the team because they kept fighting. So I respect that. I could also question that maybe people in that locker room had questions as to why Lagway wasn't starting right away. Mertz was a bum. Like, I don't understand that, but whatever. That's fine. He got on the field and he did well. That's just fascinating that's one of the lead stories. About that. That's Florida is one of the lead stories. I like the Bama story a lot more. Because like, at what point does it get really disrespectful that y'all writing everybody here off just because one man left? Like, don't get me wrong, he was great. Maybe possibly the greatest college football coach ever. He's definitely in the conversation. That being said, like, bro, he had like a whole gang of people that he brought through them doors to help him do all that. Yep. And those doors, a lot of people walk through those doors not just because he was on the other side, but because Roll Tide's on the other side. And so, look, they're not our number one rival, but we in the SEC, we're all rivals. We only support each other when it's other conferences running their mouth. But once we in them lines, man, like, yeah, Bama's got a lot to prove, and I believe they're gonna come here to prove it. Also, the little hidden story, he might not even get on the field this year, but I hope he does. Keelan Russell out of Duncanville. Duncanville. I hope to see him get some snaps this year. Although if he's getting snaps, they're probably in trouble or up by 30. It could go either way.
That's true.
Tennessee was in the middle of well, they was elite.
Turned around. They were turning it around.
They were turning it around, and now the turnaround may have stopped. But this year is going to tell. As Tennessee falls, that means a team like Florida can upgress and be a great team. Not starting the season too sharp. Starting quarterback, not severely injured, but he was in a boot at some point last week.
Oh, Aguilar? Yeah.
No,
they like
DJ Lagway.
Oh, Lagway. Oh, DJ. Yeah, Lagway. Yeah.
So Florida, and respect to them in the SEC, because when I was in high school and college, Florida dominated the SEC. So maybe the SEC might want Florida to be good again. And Florida's doing the proper things to become good again. But there's this one problem, though. The coach is Vince McMahon. And in this case, he's holding the throne. And his team going to have to go play for him so that he can keep his job. But I like the Florida talk this year. You know, we need Florida to be great again. I don't know who else we need to be great in the SEC. Alabama, disrespectful. Disrespect. Yes, you're going to get that. You know why? Because this is what happens when teams get better. The money's kind of evenated. And you lose the head honcho. You lose the head honcho, they going to disrespect you all day because he was the main guy in the hood. And we come from hoods and neighborhoods, you know, the head honcho. Once the head honcho's gone, they trying to take your territory off, Rick. Texas,
power vacuum.
Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. They all coming to take y'all turf, Alabama. You know why? Because y'all was dominating for years. So you gotta not take the disrespect, but you're gonna get disrespected. And good teams overcome the disrespect.
And the fascinating thing is, even with all of that, even in transition, even with the power vacuum, what did they lose? 2, maybe 3 games last year?
Mm-hmm. Transition
year. In a transition year, in a year where possibly the greatest coach walked out of the door, they still were competitive in most games. So now not only do they not have the coach, but also the quarterback, who's a stabling entity in the roster. He's also gone. He's in the NFL now. So yeah, they got some things they're gonna have to fix up. But I don't blame them for feeling disrespected. But I understand what you're saying too. Like, yeah, you when you that guy, like look how Patriots fans got treated after Brady left, and Bill was sitting there struggling with Mac Jones, and they were like, yeah, it ain't so fun without Tom. But yeah, you're right. It ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun. I understand, but you just got like exactly like Tuke said, you got to fight through it. And yeah, I think they're gonna do that. I think Alabama's too much pride and too much talent goes through there for them to make that mistake and not bounce back.
And Texas is the Dallas Cowboys, man. That's all. That's the answer to my question. Your question in regards to the Texas Longhorns, aspirations of the title. They're the Dallas Cowboys, but in a college football sense, because you can make it in college. If the Cowboys play college football, maybe they make it every year and lose, but they're not doing that. Texas is, can make it every year and lose, and I think that's kind of what the mode is right now. And they're gonna have to prove like the Dallas Cowboys can't, and they gotta do it so the Dallas Cowboys can do it to prove that you can do it. Win it all. Gotta win it all. Too much money being spent, too many ADs being thrown up. Coach is the number one supporter. You gotta show up. You gotta win the big game.
I think it goes back to the questions about Sark. It was times where they were ahead and they would take their foot off the gas, and they're fighting at the end to hold on to a win.
Yeah.
Big powerhouse programs don't do that. The Alabama, the Floridas in their heydays, whoever the SEC team was, or even Ohio State last year. When you got a team down, you show these voters, you show the fans, and most importantly, you show your competition that you are the dominant team in the country. We blow you out by 50, we blow you out by 50.
You got to beat them like they stole something. Make sure they don't want to come back here again. Yep. That's 100%.
And the last
Sark got to stop doing that.
Yeah, he does. And the last conference that didn't have a media day. Well, they didn't have a media day because they're restructuring. They're focusing on local opportunities. Right now, there's only officially, I think, 2 teams in their conference.
Yeah, they're goofy. They're goofy. Is that 3?
Oregon State and Washington State.
Straight goofies. How you got a conference with 2 teams? You're goofy.
The Pac-2, baby. 2-pack.
Just join somebody else. Like, what are you doing?
Did Texas State join the Pac-12?
Hold on. Okay. So basically they're in a 2-man group until 2026, and then they get the additions of Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Texas State, Utah. Well, Washington State and Oregon State are the 2 teams still there. San Diego State, Texas State, Utah State, along with Boise State, Oregon State, and Fresno State will be in the Pac-12.
We're gonna call it the State 8 because it's all state teams.
That's true. State 8.
All of the state. Bump the Pac-12. You ain't got 12 no more, and you're definitely not a Pac. So you're the State 8. Let's go.
Yes. Well, and apparently not even in basketball. There's a team joining the Pac-12 in basketball, and that's Gonzaga, but they don't have a football team. So I think they
Bobby.
Yeah. Bobby in the building. What's up with you, man? Bobby, man, hope your birthday went well, man. You know what I'm saying? I said happy birthday, but happy belated to you.
So that's the NCAA talk. We're going to switch over to the NFL.
Hold on. We have to. One of these teams in the Pac-2 are going to make the playoff.
Wait,
so
do they get a bid? They don't still get a bid, do they?
Yes, they do.
Are we sure? I thought they still get
automatic bid. If their non-conference schedule is deadly and they can get through that, then hey, listen here. They got a non-conference schedule all year. So
Because I got something else. Because I got a whole new thing to rant about all year if they get an automatic bid.
They're independent, basically, like Notre Dame.
Who doesn't get an automatic bid of?
They do. They currently do not have an automatic bid.
Oh, they
All right,
don't.
good.
Oh.
Thank God. Woo! I thought I was gonna have to be mad all year.
Other teams in quick. Boise State got to be in there quick.
All the other teams come in.
Yeah,
Then they can be back in there.
that's fair. That's like the NIL league, but whatever. I mean,
How you
the
punishing
NIT
the two
league,
best
NIT
teams in the
league. But
country? How you punishing Oregon State and Washington State for the other teams leaving? How you punishing them? They can't make. They can't get an automatic dance.
because y'all could have left, y'all stayed, and so y'all lost your bid. That's what you get.
Where did
This
their
is
Washington
expensive.
State quarterback go? Because he transferred.
What did he leave with a school? They lost everyone.
He probably. Oh, that's John Mateer. He's the
Oh,
Oklahoma.
Mateer, Oklahoma, yeah.
Makes sense though.
So he
But-
did kind of leave with a school. Like he just not that same the conference. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah.
So I think his offense coordinator is at Oklahoma.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and
think
then there's
so.
a rumor. There's a rumor stating that the Pac-12 may become the Pac-12 again, as a few teams may be in bid to join the conference. One of those teams right now, the Memphis Tigers.
Hey, they can have Vandy in Mississippi State. they can
Oh,
have
no, don't
Vandy
do
in
that to
Mississippi
Vandy.
State.
Vandy's gonna win the national championship one of these years. So let's catch right. Listen here.
Hey, look, I love their turnaround, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop treating them like the Lions when they turn to the
I always
like,
started treating them like this because they let my man Skip go, and I was saying free Skip, and I was just like Skip to keep your name alive. I'm gonna go for Vanderbilt like you do. You know what I'm saying? Free my man Skip.
Your two teams being BC and Vandy is honestly struggle bus. Like I feel bad.
Me too, man. Nothing to wake up for.
It's rough, man. It's a rough spot to be in, man.
Okay, so we got a scandal that happened in the NFL. We hit on this the other night as well. We're gonna look at it briefly before we get into our reviews of the AFC and NFC West conferences. But this one was the money scandal with the tickets. Wrong one. So this was the 100 NFL players who faced penalty for possible suspension for the Super Bowl ticket scandal, where they was getting the free tickets from the NFL and reselling them. I think I saw some reports up to $40,000 per ticket.
It's a good hustle to get caught.
Yeah. So they haven't released any of the players' names. Some of the players have already paid back to the NFL. Do you think this is a nothing burger, or you think this is something that's that can be blown up during the season if they have some penalties that get doled out?
Yeah, boy. We just hope that there's nobody on our teams. They're facing these penalties and fines, and if they are, which they probably already know who they are, and most of them do.
How could it?
Pay that money back. Do what you can to get on the field. Go to some rehab or something. Stealing money rehab or something, man. But I heard this and I said 100 players. I wanted to see the list. Will told us that Epstein was never coming out. But this list coming out. This list is coming out. And we're gonna see this list. There's no way this list flies.
You're probably right, actually. We probably are gonna see this one.
So the penalties are players who sold their tickets above face value face fines of 1.5 times the face value of the ticket sold. So they sold it for $40,000. They're gonna get fined with a $60,000. They will lose the privilege to purchase Super Bowl tickets for the next 2 years unless their team is playing in the game.
That's gonna affect Cowboys players. That's the only way they're getting there.
Club employees who violated the policy face fines of twice the face value, and will lose their ability to purchase future NFL tickets. I think it might be a lot of club players that did it. So what do y'all think?
No. There should be a suspension for this. Should be a suspension. It should be a 1-game suspension. Can't let something like this go. Why? You know why? It's going to continue to happen, Will. It's going to continue to happen. Then we're going to hear about the same stuff next year. Jay-Z going to be pulling at the Super Bowl. They're gonna be hearing this. A lot of people ain't gonna want to see Jay-Z. So those tickets are gonna be resold. And we need Roger Goodell here to put a 1-game suspension on anybody, even if they're Cowboy, anybody that did that. I'm going to the bowl with that ticket. I'm going to the bowl. Somebody say, I want to buy a Super Bowl ticket. Hell no, it's Super Bowl. What you talking about? But yeah, 1-game suspension would have been fair enough. But Roger want the money because
just fine him. Just fine him. Because here's the thing.
Fantasy. First week of fantasy, Will's player, T's player, Coach's player, and Jake's player can't play because they wanted to scout Super Bowl tickets.
And if that happens, we can all just point at you like, this is what you wanted, fool.
Yep. That's what I wanted. My team's still going to win, though. We got faith in our team, even with a couple players gone. I do.
Okay.
I say this. Just find them. Why? Because like I've already addressed one issue of today with hypocrisy. Bro, there's whole ticket sales people who there's third-party ticketers that are already doing it's all they did was what a third-party ticketer does and didn't give the NFL their cut. That's it. That's all they did. StubHub, all the other like whatever ticket play, they all do the same exact thing. When you buying them tickets that are ran way up on StubHub or wherever you buying your tickets at, why is it up? Because StubHub raised it. The league didn't. League sold the seats for what they were. Then StubHub raises them up, but they get a cut, so it's okay. I'm out on big businesses being able to hustle and the little guy not being able to hustle. So, also, if you find a way to get them tickets, they're your tickets. You should be able to do what you want with them. Once you get them, you get them. If you want to give it to the players at a discounted price, and then they can still flip them, cool. Then at least they paid for them. You got something out of it. But like, I don't know, man. NFL players plan to enhance mandatory compliance training for all league personnel before Super Bowl to emphasize the ticket release policy and the principle against personal profit from NFL. Okay, but also do that to third-party ticket guys. Like, make sure that they can't do that either. The way I see it is if it's happening already and it's just someone else getting the money and not me, nah.
I think where it went south is people within the NFL working for the NFL doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like in a work sense, like I'm working at a job. I work at not an NFL, but I work at a prestige company and they give me tickets to something. And I end up selling it to my homie and they find out. They're going to ask me, first off, why the hell did I take the ticket? You know what I'm saying? They could have had another person.
Sell it.
No.
Because I don't pay me enough.
But it's sense of a company. These are not this third party is different because it's third party. Those people are working the third party. That's their business.
No, but that's literally still third party. It's still third party, no matter how you slice it. They're a third party.
No. When it's an employee of the NFL giving tickets to a prestige game in the Super Bowl, Roger Goodell could have been the third party himself. And that's, I think, what you're missing in this situation here with the NFL. And that's the difference.
I'm not missing. I'm pointing out hypocrisy.
Like
they just want money. That's all the league wants is money. They want their cut.
They gave out free tickets.
Yeah.
They gave out free tickets, bro. They gave out free tickets and the person tried to 40 million times by selling it for mad money. You can't do that type of stuff. You got to find somebody which you want or suspend somebody. You can't do that. NFL business, you can't do that.
So find them and take away their ability to get them again. That's all you got to do. Suspension's crazy.
I wonder in those circumstances of those
we don't say pays. You already know too.
IRS complications. If they can see that y'all giving free tickets, but they're earning money on it at tax free for them.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that can come back on them to them have to be responsible for that.
Hey man. They just knocking hustles, man. They knocking hustles. I don't like people knocking hustles.
Because I'm pretty sure the face value of it, that's accounted for on their P&L.
Or you can do this.
They don't give them away. Sell them.
Stop having the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year. And then maybe people will want to keep the tickets.
That's hilarious.
All right. So y'all ready for the...
Stop them then.
Y'all ready for
Top of
the
mid.
show?
Let's get it.
Let's
Razor
get
Ramon.
real Razor Ramon.
Oozing
Let's
machismo.
go, man. We got the AFC West.
AFC West.
That right there. That right there. Rasheed Rice getting less punishment for 9 felonies than players selling tickets they were given to willing buyers. Yeah, that's nuts.
Very
That is wild. It's wild. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Get your ducks in a row. Goodell.
So we got the AFC West. Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, LA Chargers. So the first team we're going to look at tonight is going to be the Raiders.
The Raiders.
So with them, they are going into a new era with Pete Carroll as the coach, which I love.
Yep.
They are picked to take a step backward, obviously. New coach coming in. They've had some crazy stuff going on with the organization over the years. They are predicted to win 6 to 7 games.
That's it.
But the team is expected to be more competitive than recent years, particularly because Geno Smith's at quarterback. So that's stability there. And they got a bowling ball wrecking machine at running back. And
Allegedly. We got. Hey, he's ranked the C right now in Tuke's book, so just understand that. He a whole C player. 3 stars.
My man Geno Smith, the 2-star.
Yeah,
Coming to
for real. That's rough.
Does well until he did it last year. I think he won like 1 or 2 games for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But he's the primary focus of your offense.
Trouble.
Hard.
Trouble. Which is why I predict a lot of Shanti this year.
Lead
also,
the league in carries?
Huh?
Lead the league in carries?
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, he could. Definitely could.
Especially with Pete Carroll.
Especially
I mean,
well,
and you're also messing with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's the offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's right.
Is he? Oh, I forgot Chip is there. Oh, this whole offense might be too confusing for Geno. Hold on. This whole offense might be too confusing for Geno. Wait a minute.
29th in offense last year, so they're definitely gonna excel and go up in that. I feel.
I agree with you, 100%.
I
look for them to be like top 20, maybe even towards closer to 15 in offense this year. They're gonna move.
They played. They
got
this. One game. They got one game already in the pocket. Maybe, probably not. Maybe the Browns, the Jaguars or the Titans. They played the NFC East this year as well. I believe. They played the Eagles and Commanders at home.
Real quick, can you just just a quick run by in your brain, teams that either Pete Carroll or Chip Kelly has coached, do you remember them relying on a tight end or featuring a tight end? I don't.
No.
I feel like the Eagles had one. The Eagles had one, but they didn't have to rely on him.
They definitely didn't use him enough. All I'm saying is they have probably the number 1 rated tight end coming into the season who just broke records in his rookie season. They're gonna have to figure out that blind spot in their offenses over time because he needs to be the number. If he doesn't lead the team in targets, they did something wrong.
They got him rated as the 3rd best tight end according to PFL.
Right. But we also discussed the very real issues going on up in the PFF office. Yes. But yeah, all right. So yeah, I think this team has to get better. It can't really get much worse than what we've been seeing at times. You circling this left side of this line. What we got going on here?
That's where Jens is running.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. For his off tackle left is all day. Is what he's gonna be doing. Yeah, he's gonna be in that gap the entire season.
Everything else looking suspect.
Tucker, I love him. He's tiny, but he stretches the field. And Myers is one of the most underrated receivers in the league. One of the worst moves we made was not re-signing him. I'll stick to that, even though I did not think that at the time. I was happy to get Juju, but Juju was dead. So
I feel like had a
I like
better
to see.
station QB than Geno Smith this year, and kind of they don't know what's going to happen with him in the future. If I was Terry McLaurin, I would have tried to ease my way to Las Vegas.
He'll go wherever they'll pay him at this point. Like he just wants the bag.
I think Vegas probably got some money.
McLaurin gonna end up in Tennessee or something. It's gonna be brutal. I don't want that for him, but
it's gonna be defense.
Defensively, this isn't great that what we're looking at. Also, do you have these for every team? Because I'm gonna be excited.
Yes.
Oh my man, yes. They picked up Chin. Chin's gonna be a great addition. Robert's already doing his thing. Crosby, we know he's a staple and makes everyone else better. And we got rookies at second corner and rookies at the others on the other side of the line. So yeah. Look, when it's Pete Carroll, the defense is gonna be it's gonna do its thing. So
Raiders, man, they are right now. If you go bet at Little Caesars, plus 12,000. 25th in the league. In odds makers, as Coach mentioned earlier, 6 to 7 games. 7.5 is the over under, which means they have it set for 8 games that the Raiders will win this year. In a tough AFC West.
What a couple $100 might happen. You might be able to buy a new car.
So listen here, if they win a game, hopefully those odds are for the first game. I'll take that. I'm not taking no Super Bowl chances on them.
Oh no, taking Super Bowl. That's like that team that threw somebody put like $6,000 or something. That's never gonna happen. Like Tulane winning it all.
As long as Dominique's a fan of this team, his team's always gonna be in the bottom of the blender.
And I am happy about that.
Spend all that time. I don't want to go on the side.
Yeah, it takes too long. Who we got next?
Next up, we've got the Broncos. Now, with them, see, the hot topics are they showed significant improvement last year.
Big time.
The playoffs with a 10-7 record. They are predicting further progression. They are projected. One expert projects them to win 12 games. Others say between 8 and 9. Their defense is considered elite. Bo Nix entered his second year. He flashed last year several times. But they think the offense lacks weapons to make any type of significant leap forward.
You spend all that money in Cortland.
They got some young bucks.
So do we think that, just a quick flashback right quick, do we think that Pete Carroll could have the same impact on the Raiders that Peyton just came in and had with this team? Because he immediately made them play a lot better. But I agree. We got some question marks here. We got Ingram. We'll see what he's bringing to the table now. I like Mims. Delay made some plays. We'll see how that works out. I like their line. Their line looks like it's going to be decent. Rookie in the backfield, second year quarterback, and then Sutton is probably their best position player. So
that's the thing right there. Where somebody said veterans, they feel like they're missing.
Well, weapons in general.
Weapons. Okay, yeah, okay. Then I got it wrong, but I thought you said veterans, so I would say they probably could have used. So I mean, Ingram's one. That new running back situation is going to be kind of really the helm of the storm. If they can get that running back to be what it is, then the offense is going to go fly in the sky. This team's projected to go to the playoffs. A second year of Bo Nix, he looked real good last year. You got Sean Payton, and the difference is between them and the Raiders. I feel John Elway ain't Michael Jordan, but when he puts a respectable team around, he can be smarter than Michael Jordan. But I feel like he's Michael Jordan in the sense of just being a GM of the team and all that stuff. Kind of was the same way, a proven winner he was in John Elway. But great football players don't make great GMs. But he's actually trying to put some effort in what he's trying to do. Let's see if Denver can make that second step. It's going to be interesting.
Defensively, they do got some good players.
That defense right there, top 10 fantasy right there.
Yeah, they got the defensive player of the year on one side. I can't believe Jones is rated higher. Like he got an 84 rating versus the 83 rating for Surtain, who's literally the defensive player of the year. It's a fascinating take. But yeah, look, the defense is gonna show up. We saw that plenty of times last year. Is this Greenlaw's first year with them? I feel like Jake would know. He likes Greenlaw.
It is. He came back. He got hurt. And what was that?
Bowl.
Jake would know what?
About Greenlaw. This is his first year with the Broncos.
It is his first year.
Okay, making sure.
He just signed with them over the offseason.
Nice.
Is this true? Is that what Zeke said now?
He was there at the end of last year.
Okay.
So I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be there. I've actually heard a couple rumblings that he may call it quits.
He may need to go coach.
Yeah,
He may call it quits. You know, and like I said, you a solid dude. Zeke's a solid dude, solid worker, hard worker. Yeah, you can go on a coaching staff. You know, help the young talent out. You know, teaching the ropes. I ain't mad at that. I'm hearing rumblings of possibly retirement. A lot of people don't like to retire in the NFL. A lot of people just like to chill for a little bit and then kind of retire in their own scene because they still have aspirations to play. But Zeke,
but also you get your body built. You get your body beat up all that time. Kind of you want to make that extra money at the end, just being a backup. Yeah, Zeke need to retire.
Oh, we're gonna talk about their odds, man. We gotta talk about Denver's odds over here. So Denver Broncos, the odds for them this season. 1 second. I had it here. All right, so no, I do not have it. That ain't God. I had it a few minutes ago, but we'll get back to Denver while we get to the Chargers here. I'll get that information up. But Denver supposed to improve 11 to 12 wins this season. So I think the over-under may be like 10.5.
I'm assuming it's not much of an underdog or not a far thing to think of, but I do think that the Broncos are a dark horse for this division to win it. That's just kind of my small take on it.
Plus 2,800 odds to win the Super Bowl for them.
Hating effect.
Plus 225 to win the division.
You know,
that's not bad.
I'm low key the hater in me. I don't have much hate, but the hater in me is hoping that they do have success in Denver because of all the hate that Sean Payton got on his way out.
Oh, we'll see. So the real hate is just we can't stand Saints fans. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so next up we got the LA Chargers. With them, they are projected to be the main challenger to the Chiefs.
Yep.
They're predicted to total between 9.5 wins. Some people say they may get 10 or 11. Okay. They see Harbaugh as being a positive, and they think they are, with him being there, you will see some improvement in Herbert and the offense. But they got concerns with defense. A hard schedule that has a whole bunch of playoff teams last year. How y'all feeling about the Chargers?
Oh yeah, they got a rough schedule. This schedule,
second best quarterback in the division on this team. Their running back situation's interesting.
Amari Hampton will probably be starting this season as Najee Harris. I guess gotten some firework activities during 4th of July. He may be good though just for the start of the season, but last time I heard that he wasn't.
Will, I got one question for you, and this is not a shot; it's a legit question.
Yeah.
You said Justin Herbert's the second best quarterback in this division.
Yeah.
Why? What exactly has he done to make him that spot?
In a simple answer, more than the other two guys behind him.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. Before I put my foot in my mouth, Denver did not win a playoff game last year, did they?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, then fair point. I was about to say because I don't think Justin's won a playoff game yet. That's the thing.
Yeah, no. I also think that like if you look at what he's been like had to deal with around him, it hasn't been great. So
this would be the year for him to take the next step.
Oh, for sure, it has to start happening now. Yes.
Yeah. So I will
Right
agree. I will agree with you on the second best quarterback in the division if this team does take that next step forward.
Yeah,
I mean, even if they don't, though, he's still better than Nixon and Geno. Like, if you can't see that, then I don't really know.
The Geno thing, I agree with. Maybe we got a sophomore slump possibly coming for Nix. I think it's
Maybe
2A and 2B with them, but we'll see how it goes.
I mean, because all right, so then I'll pose the question back. What at all has Nix done to make him better than Justin?
Well, the record was completely changed in Denver when he showed up, and they also made the playoffs in his first year. But other than that, fair point. You can't go off of just 1 year and think that way when Justin's been there for a while. But he's got more files in his record in the NFL than Bo Nix does, and so far the Bo experiment has been fruitful for the Broncos. We will see.
It's been pretty fruitful for the Chargers too. I mean, they made the playoffs.
We're just seeing more and more. The more the Chargers fail every season, at the end of the season, I mean, not saying they fail during the season, we're seeing more and more why Eli Manning want to go there. We want to go to the Apple.
Also, like the biggest red mark on Herbert's ledger is losing a game where the other quarterback gave up 4 picks, but like the team was just not good enough. Like,
and it cost
overall
his job.
Yeah, and it should have because like he played very conservative upon getting those 4 interceptions. Like Herbert can only do so much, man. But yeah, just defense. I like some of these players at least. We'll see.
They got rid of Trump's cousin.
He's a Buffalo now, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Look how high Mac is rated.
Hold on.
Those first 4 or 5 games last year, he was a monster.
They had a picture of him last year. They had a picture of him this year in Buffalo gear saying, "This is the type of guy. Basically, he like a detective that's about to stop you for speeding."
Was that J.C. Jackson still starting for him?
Yeah, that dirty rug. That dirty rug.
The Patriots. Hold on, ain't the Patriots paying him still?
No, that's why he's there. We specifically didn't pay him. That was the point. We let him walk, bro.
Out of 116.
No, we let him walk, bro.
No, y'all let him walk. No, y'all let him walk, and then y'all grabbed him up again, and now he's back in the Charger organization.
No. We let him. He never came back.
I gotta look this up. No, I thought he was ping pong.
No, I'm pretty sure he came back, but he was on a 1-year deal. We paid him for the time spent here, and then he left.
He came back when?
Because the Chargers gave him that big money, and then
then they're paying him, not us.
Exactly.
Well, no, I was thinking the other way around, but he ping pong.
Yeah. I just know when we let him go specifically because we weren't gonna pay him because he's not that guy, and we knew that when we let him go.
Oh well, no, it says New England Patriots from 2018 to 2021 spent 2 years in Los Angeles and came back to us in 2023, and he ain't played since.
He didn't play all last year?
Nope.
Oof. So they're gonna start him. Rough.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
And then we got last team in this division.
And that's not CJ. That's not J.C. Jackson. That's
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Dante? Oh,
Dante,
yeah, the little speedy kid. Yeah, the little speedy kid who was at the Panthers at one point, I think.
Dante.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. Makes a lot more sense.
Second round LSU in 2018.
And just for anyone wondering, Asante Samuel Jr. is still not signed, and obviously the Chargers did not want him back.
Yeah, because he's not good. He's very much needs to be in a system, a nickel back at best.
Well, they say he's a key returner. He's gonna be there.
Oof. From what I was reading, is that the Saints are very interested in him.
I mean, that might end up in some tension on the way out, but I believe he's still on the roster.
But if I were the Saints, I'd be interested in anybody that might have 2 legs and can run.
We got the Chiefs. They predict them to win the division again. They're considered as Super Bowl favorites. Some experts expect them to surpass 10.5 wins. One person picks them to win 12 games. They do have a tougher schedule. So it's going to be a little harder for them to get back. And they're talking about key players like Mahomes, Kelsey, and the solid defense. That's why they're going to be in the 10. Y'all buying that?
I just hope
weapon situation.
I hope they like 4 and like 13. Like give them a good thing. Come back next year, they come back rolling. That's the type of situation I want. I just think the Chiefs the same way as the Patriots teams that were winning. They winning too much, dog. You know what I'm saying? Give a year up for a little bit, recruit that way, and then y'all can come back next year and do damage, and people won't remember y'all making the last 6 Super Bowls before that. That's my emphasis on this team. Regardless of what they got, we know they got Kelsey. We know they got Mahomes. We know Mahomes is going to make that offense go. They go wherever he goes. We know their prestige and all that. But this is what I used to say about the Patriots too. When are these other teams going to step up to the plate and make it respectable? Not let this team, just be smart every week. Like, you can be smart 95% of the time, but if you're smart 100% of the time, especially against divisional foes, then I don't know what's going on. Somebody in this division got to challenge them.
The Chiefs are in that in-between stage where the Patriots won 3 bowls in a short period of time. And then we didn't win any bowls for 10 years, which it sounds not that crazy. Most teams don't win bowls for 10 years. But after winning 3 and having that quarterback still there, we didn't win for like 10 seasons. Because all the winning gets the guys who helped you win paid somewhere else, because you're not going to pay them. They get paid somewhere else, and then you got to reteach this culture to the new guys.
Not to mention some of those. Good, keep going. Not to mention some of the old guard that you had on the teams that were winning the Super Bowls. They're aging, and they will retire.
Right. And so with that, Kelsey's going to be one of those guys soon. This is probably his last season. And part of the new era, a big piece of it, is Rashee Rice, who's been kind of an idiot. First he was hurt, and then he's doing dumb shit. So like, it's not like now they're like, look, if you look at this lineup right here, look, we got Rice. Okay, cool. When he's on the field, great. Kelsey, he's aging, and that's where Pacheco can't stay healthy, and the other 2 guys are 2 of the smallest receivers literally in the NFL.
Brown and Worthy.
Yes, tiny. They might weigh 320 combined, maybe.
And the whole
very close.
And as much as I like to stick up for Hollywood Brown because I think he's a great receiver, he was carted off the field the other day.
He's always hurt. That was always going to be the problem with him. He's a great player when he's healthy, but that's not often. So,
man, listen here. Conspiracy moment with 2.
Uh-oh.
If Kansas City doesn't succeed this year and these receivers aren't who they're supposed to be, I feel like the Chiefs may go down memory lane. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. There's a guy that's still, I feel like he's disgruntled in Miami and thinking to himself, I made the wrong choice.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
$2 extra million, I should have stayed in Kansas City and barbecue chicken and blues. And
probably would have still been winning. Yeah. Like, they got beat up against the Eagles, but they would have had a much better chance if he was out there.
Yep. Kept him a lot more honest in the secondary.
Yeah.
Need that. I'm gonna be real. These guys right here that you have on your roster, they together can give you what Tyreek Hill gave you. But ultimately, maybe the problem is that you need someone to do that for you all the time. And then have these other pieces kind of do whatever they need to do.
Look, they may statistically be able to put up some of those numbers. They're not going to put up the numbers that Hill would put up. And they definitely do not in any way scare you the way Hill does. They don't keep a safety over the top the way Hill does. They don't keep like a whole side of the field has to be contained the way Hill does. Even if they're producing, they'll never put the fear of God in you that Tyreek Hill puts in there. So that's the big difference. And that's what they need. They need a guy who puts the fear of God in you, or they need a guy who's just consistent like Rashid Rice was when he was on the field. But yeah, no, you ain't replacing Tyreek Hill. Not with these bums, comparatively.
I think it's pretty cool. They got the number one defensive lineman, interior lineman, and the
Yeah.
number one center.
And the number one center. Yeah, because they're in the trenches with it. Yeah. But the rest of this line, I'm not like, I mean, Khalate cool, but what is going on this other side with Peno and Dana?
Yeah, this is weak. This got a lot of potential though.
So if Simmons is the stud, this is a great offensive line. Because him being a stud will help Samantia next to him.
Yep.
And then Humphrey's already helping. What would you say?
Who's a second round pick himself. So
right. And then Smith on the other side is good. And Taylor, I mean, they just need him to not hold. That's all. And they'll be good on that side.
Creed Humphrey's definitely one of the best centers in the league, and I think them losing Joe Tooney was a big loss for them. But I mean, they're rebuilding, so see how it goes.
all right.
Yeah.
So, my question for you guys, we're gonna get it on paper. Select your order of your team. You think how they finish in this division.
Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. I think the Broncos will take a step back.
So Will got Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos.
I'll make it interesting. I'll go Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders.
Man, wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bro.
I see something different this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick Mahomes can still be Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Hey, listen here. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be on everybody's MVP ballot. But we need to see the Chiefs chill for a little bit.
Jake?
I like to see the regroup.
I'm going Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers.
Ooh.
This man really, really hates Michigan.
Hey, you know.
And possibly Justin Herbert.
I got Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders. I think we all got different orders.
I like it.
Yeah.
What
Shout out to the Raiders, man.
Hold on. What school did Justin Herbert go to?
Missouri, I believe.
No. Watch.
Hey, he went to Oregon.
Oh, hold on. That's why.
We're all it's Oregon.
That's why he don't like Herbert. Y'all figured it out tonight, right? Why he don't like Herbert? Because they in the Big 12, they in the Big 10 now. Like he don't like Harbaugh, he don't like Herbert.
Fair enough.
Hold on. Bo Nix went to Oregon, and I said he's great.
He does like him.
No. You said he's great until he's beating your team, and then he ain't gonna be great.
I don't think Oregon was in the Big 10 when he was there.
Yeah, got to.
That's funny.
But he's an enemy now.
We almost had the case cracked. Almost.
No, it's cracked. It's cracked.
Yeah, it's cracked. He's hating on Herbert, and he really hates Herbert.
No. Hold up. I never hated on Herbert. I asked you a simple question.
Yeah, but I know. But see, for the fans, fine. But I know you well enough to know it was charged.
No, and I absolutely have nothing against Justin
debates.
Herbert. He's not shown me much. That's it.
Oh, look at that.
But that's again. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, what is your scale? Because the other two guys have shown you even less than he has. So that's
actually, but Bo Nix has a over 500 record in the NFL and made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a single season, and that's
exactly
But Herbert's also made it to the playoffs.
Exactly, like I said earlier, you can't judge it off of one season. I need to see more as well.
What you got, Brandon?
Can I point out? Yes, Brandon, point out something.
So real quick, while Brandon's sending
Pointing
it over.
stuff out.
So we got 3 of us picked the Chiefs to finish first. 3 of us picked the Broncos to finished second. 2 Raiders, 1 Charger, 1 Chief third, and then 2 Raiders, 1 Bronco, 1 Charger fourth. So it looks like Chargers and the Broncos are the favorites to finish 1 and 2.
It also looks like there's might be some parity in this division. How funny it was that Chargers fans told us, Houston fans, that Herbert had only thrown 3 INTs all year before he faced this. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Fan drama.
All right, so that is the AFC West. We're going to come back and revisit our predictions, obviously, going into the playoffs for the wild card weekend. So next up, fellas, we got AFC West.
The NFC West.
So music made me want to dance, but it's too hot for that.
NFC West, the Niners, the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Seahawks. I was thinking about Kyler Murray. He ain't looking good. He look good right now.
Well, he specifically isn't looking good with the number one guy he's going to need to look good with, which is Marvin. It's not going well between those two. He might not be the quarterback there much longer.
It says AFC South faces AFC West, NFC West. Okay.
To that other thing though, hey, Brandon, you might not want to be thumping your chest. If y'all face them again this year, it might not go as well for y'all. Y'all lost a lot. But I do like the Texas team. All right. Who we doing first here?
First up, we've got
Seattle. I knew it.
got Seattle. So for them, they got a new quarterback in Sam Darnold. They're seen as a playoff contender. Ish.
Playoff adjacent, maybe.
Some people do have them predicted to have a losing record, possibly 7-10 games win, because they got a challenging schedule and questions around their offensive continuity. They did trade away their number 1 wide receiver in DK Metcalf, and the over and under for them is 8.5 games.
They picked up the aging Cup. So they're going to be able to move the chains if he's healthy. I like what they're doing with their defense for the most part. I like their secondary. But yeah, you got the roster for them too?
Yes, sir.
I didn't mean to rush you. I just kind of want to break it down. Oh, yeah, that's right. They pick. Oh, yeah. So they got Cup, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Valdez-Scantling. I think they can pull off a lot of what their offense was with DK with this unit right here. I think this is a more versatile unit, harder to defend. You don't know where the ball's going to go here. But the line's got to be better. The line has to be a lot better this year. Hopefully Zabel helps. And Sam went from passing to the 1A or 1B receiver in the NFL last year with Addison on the other side, who's nice as well, possibly one of the better second receivers in the league, to very different types of talent here. Doesn't mean they're not as good. Jackson Smith-Njigba was really good. Cup is really good. Health is going to be a major issue because they're not a deep team. And Walker has to get back to what he was a couple of years ago. Yes. He was pretty good last year, but not as good as the year before, I don't believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah. A lot of leaning on Walker, and Darnold can't be a bum.
Darnold can't regress. That's what's going to happen, though. But he can't regress because in this situation, pay him his money. The Seahawks are thinking they can survive a little bit. A couple years without a new QB, which I feel like they should have went after this year, but they did. And it's all good because you feel like you got a team around him that can be decent. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the Seahawks the last few seasons, though I wish they would just tank. But people in the NFL don't tank. Teams in the NFL don't tank because every Sunday you can win on Sunday and lose on Monday. This is what it is. Let's see what their team is built like. Let's see what it does. I like it, Jigma. Smith-Njigba is going to be the number 1 guy here. You know, Scantlin's never going to be a number 2. So it's going to be
that's
Kupp
tough.
at number 2, and Scantlin at the third piece.
Which is a pretty good third. It's a pretty good third receiver.
No, it's pretty good. No, it's pretty good third receiver. Just hold none of these other guys get hurt, so he got to be the second one.
Right. Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Who's the tight end? For them?
Arroyo.
Okay, so that's something fresh.
Yeah, brand new.
Something okay. Oh, he's a hurricane. Oh, if he plays like he's a hurricane, Seattle's offense might be all right. That line is going to be the reason why they probably not. But like Will said, but if that guy, Arroyo from the U, can show us some flashes. You know those guys over there. You know the Grams and the Shoppies. You know, show us something.
Fair enough.
Good.
Fair enough. I like it. And I think we know where Walker's going to be running off that left side. Right there.
Okay. Next up, got the Cardinals. They are a rising team, but as we talked earlier, some issues with connections over there. They project them to surpass 8.5 wins. They think their defense is significantly improved because they added Walter Nolan, Will Johnson, Josh Sweat, and Calais Campbell. And it's some good additions.
Calais Campbell being in addition to the Cardinals. Is this 2012? Like what is this?
They're projected to flirt with 10 wins, a potential challenge for a playoff spot.
Hey man, Arizona has to be like the saddest. Arizona has to be like the saddest state for sports in all of the world.
Really?
Maybe. I'm thinking about it right now.
No, I'm thinking, and you're not off. You're not off.
We had high expectations, I feel like, during the offseason about Arizona. Going into the end of the season last year, they played respectable. And then I just heard, before we started talking about them, how the main 2 guys who they need on their team to connect ain't connected. It's almost time for the season. Y'all can't get that right. That's going to be a problem.
But I also think that literally anything that surrounds Kyler Murray becomes a bigger story than him.
Polarizing.
Yeah.
And I think that's
player that small gets all these big stories. Like, it's just.
Yeah, what I've been checking out though is Marvin Harrison's looking good in camp, but the problem is Kyler's struggling during camp. He's still dealing with it. He's still dealing with a knee injury. That's basically day to day, and this is a lingering issue from last year that just never got better. So I want to believe and hope that the Cardinals can do it and do well and turn it around because their offensive line has gotten way better. They drafted well for it, and they've got guys down there as long as they can stay healthy. It's going to come down to Kyler. It's obvious.
They got themselves a little bit of an insurance policy, not much of one, but if Kyler's not doing well, they got Jacoby Brissett there now, who can throw for 10 yards.
Kirk Cousins.
So
Kirk Cousins.
No. On his very best day, he wishes he was Kirk Cousins.
I'm naming teams.
You saying that you go get him?
Officially, and you can go sign Kirk Cousins, man, if you think your playoff dreams are still alive.
Kirk Cousins just
trade deadline.
Well, yeah, but Kirk Cousins is also the most expensive insurance policy in the NFL right now.
Hey,
for the worst team in sports right now, the Arizona Cardinals, they need something.
Yeah, you're not wrong because that trade deadline is right around when Call of Duty comes out, so it will work out great for us.
Good call, man.
That man will never shake them allegations. Go back down for a second. My fault. Back down for a second. Did that say Kyler was ranked 11th out of 42 QBs?
Oh. You know, it's just crazy because what was that, like 2 or 3 years straight? The Cardinals would have an outstanding above 500 record, and as soon as Call of Duty came out, down with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it seemed that way. I just think that was a happy coincidence.
10th in passing, 6th in running, 11th overall.
Right, he's a dual threat, so that's kind of in a sense. That's kind of what football kind of reacts off kind of now.
And that's kind of why he's sucking right now because he can't really run.
Got to hang in their pocket where he's a tiny Mike.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse.
Now, I will say I'm interested to see how the running game goes this year because they did lose their O-line coach.
They lost their O-line coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They still got a pretty good rated line, it seems, but
He's been supposedly a up-and-comer, soon-to-be potential coach.
Williams' third-ranked corner out of 116. That's what's up. Buda Baker still doing Buda Baker things.
I'm surprised they didn't trade.
That's the thing. If they weren't as competitive as they were last year, they probably would have.
Yeah.
But they kind of outplayed the trade, so to speak.
Got the wheels didn't fall off until the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next up, we've got San Francisco. So with them, they had a disappointing 6-11 season last year. They projected to bounce back. I disagree. They're gonna have an over/under. It's set at 10.5. But they do have the easiest strength of schedule in the league, based on the last year.
It's gonna help.
But some analysts are skeptical in their ability to regain the previous form and predict them to finish around 9. I still say the GM or the head coach gets fired.
Someone gotta go, but I don't know. The GM, didn't he draft Jawan Jennings, who's now stepping up and be moving into position? He made some moves that are okay. Let's see what his roster look like, and we can better judge. But yeah, I think so. Persall is gonna be a stud. I think if he can stay healthy and not get shot again, he'll be great.
Kittle's gonna Kittle.
Kittle always gonna Kittle. McCaffrey gonna be great for 8 games, and then we're gonna be not sure if he's gonna play the other.
Jennings stepped up last year.
Yeah, Jennings made a bit, but you run the risk of pissing him off because I don't think they paid him what he wants. So that could be an issue. Their line's always been a pretty good line, and I think it'll continue to be a good line. They added Barch to the line, rookie, I believe, and I think last year the snapshot we got of that team, I think we forgot that Ayuk wasn't going to be 100% that year, and we kind of just were passing him off. Ayuk should be back to what he's supposed to be now. Yeah, 100%. CMC got to be healthy first. But if Ayuk could get back to what he was before the injury, this offense is a pretty dangerous offense. They got weapons.
Christian McCaffrey is healthy right now, but he's going to be hearing on Sundays and after the games, the baby crying. Listen here. We'll see how it affects him. The affection is going to be the newborn. It's hat.
Purdy's still doing Purdy things. I like what he's
Purdy
doing.
got the bag, yo. Purdy got the bizzag. So now we can rate him now.
Yeah. He also got the best fullback in the league. Juice.
He got his money too, didn't he?
What, all 8 million of it, I'm guessing?
My man got paid more than Joe Montana, Steve Young, Jeff Garcia. He the GOAT.
Different eras, to be fair.
Is he the
The
greatest?
punter probably makes more than them. Like, they got 2 rookies on this D line and a rookie linebacker. Was it 3 on the D line?
Martin, Williams, and Collins.
Oh yeah. Well, I counted him as a linebacker. But yes, 100%. Like this is you're starting 3 rookies, huh?
3rd rounder. 1st rounder, Michael Williams.
Yeah, Michael's the star of it.
And Alfred
And then Collins is 2nd rounder, yeah.
They spent their first 3 picks on defense.
Yeah. Which for the Niners is scary because they're usually a pretty good defense to begin with, and now they just had their year of replenishing. They got the best middle linebacker in the league. That's being circled by our astute
Robert Saleh's right over
producer
there,
right here.
Right?
Oh, Saleh is back. I forgot about
Saleh's
that.
right back over there.
Oh, yeah.
It might change.
Sorry, coach. Yeah. Sorry, coach. The stories of their demise may be well exaggerated because it's looking like they're gonna be okay.
I might have to put them at second versus third right now.
Yeah, him being back and with IU getting back, I might have to take them to win this division.
Yeah, he should have forced the IU trade. I thought he was soon. I surely thought he would be a Patriot.
They couldn't, man. They just paid him, right? Like you can't pay him all that and trade him in the same year. You take major hit. That's crazy dead money.
Turned out to be good. The 49ers wish they have taken him instead of Michael Williams. At tackle.
Maybe that's definitely a possibility. But I think playing on the other side of Bosa, Michael is going to eat like a fat kid.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of single coverage.
Oh my gosh! Oh, it's going to be. You're going to think he's back in college. Oh, singles. I like this. That's three could use some help. Although Lenore and Green are solid, but I don't. Brown and Pinnock, I don't. They gonna need some work on that back end. Hopefully, they just get to the quarterback every play. That's what they're gonna be looking for.
And the last team, of course, got the LA Rams. For them, they did win the division last year, which I think yours truly did.
Everybody heard on their starting squad, and they still won the division. It's crazy.
But they different.
They are considered to strong contenders, projected to win a total of 9.2 games. And they returned a strong core from the playoff games. from the playoff team last year on offense. And analysts project them to win 12 games and clinch the division title. Fire sale.
I'm selling 12 wins.
Yeah, they're back in goal mode now. You can see a couple of their signings this season that they ain't somewhat. They said we in goal mode regardless of the situation. We're in position to, even where we are not as good as we are, we're still a good team. Listen, man, you got Devontae Adams
and Puka.
Go along with Stafford, and you already got Puka. And you already got what's the young homie's name that was shining like Atwell,
yeah.
With somebody else too.
Kyron Williams, the running back.
Kyron Williams, but they had somebody else as well at the receiver spot when
at the receiver spot. Keep going, I'll find it for you.
What's his name?
Now you just racing me.
Like but yeah, this right here is Stafford.
Oh, Whittington, the Texas kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all you, coach. You gotta remember that.
Stafford is strong. They get Stafford another balling offense, man. Listen here, man. Stafford on the way out, but McVay said we gonna make sure we get you your goods so you can stay good. You know what I'm saying? The offensive lines are all green. They looking real dynamite. You know what I'm saying?
I love this screen, by the way. I need this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We got this for every team, man. PFF was a good investment. Shout out.
I just see my first. I'm gonna call it. Certain screens. I'm not gonna say they're gonna go to the Super Bowl because I'm a Cowboys fan, but this is Super Bowl material right here offensively. Right, this is Super Bowl material offensively. The first team we've seen tonight. The first team we've seen that's Super Bowl like contention, and the Chiefs, no disrespect to them, they're gonna end up probably getting there again too.
I like what the Niners showed us. Man. But you're right.
I feel like we like the Niners showed us, but we said, man, this has to happen, and this has to happen.
You're right. There was a lot of this has to go well.
We ain't saying nothing right now. Quarterback, but we know Stafford banged up anyway. He plays banged up.
He does. I always want to say with him if he's healthy, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna be out there. He's crazy. So I respect it. What I'll say is they have possibly maybe. I mean, there's gonna be a few numbers you can list, a few guys you can list, but possibly the greatest number 2 receiver of all time. Because Devontae Adams is still a really good receiver, and he's definitely the number 2. Puka's uno. Higbee and Atwell, that's just great for the seams. I love what they're doing there. And close your ears, Jake, because they got a backup running back who I think is going to make an impact in Blake Corum out of Michigan.
Oh, that's Jake's man.
Nah, he's a problem. You're right. No, he's an absolute problem.
I just wanted to try to trigger you, brother. I like Witherspoon. Verse is an absolute stud.
Animal.
What would you say?
He's an animal.
Oh, absolute animal. But did you hear his story about working out with Donald though?
No.
So he, mind you, Donald's done. He retired, but he's still working guys out because he still worked out himself. Blake went in. He said we were doing. He listed all these different reps of late with and all that stuff like that. He was like, all right. So 45 minutes in, we're doing all these reps, not stopping, like different reps on different things, and then he goes 45 minutes in, and then Darnold goes, all right, now the workout starts, and he goes, what? He said, now the workout starts, and he's like, what have we been doing? He was like, don't worry about it, let's go, we're going over here, and then they start the program, and he says 20 minutes in, he literally called for security. He was like, security, get me out of here. And Darnold's like, you're not going nowhere. And basically trapped him for the next 2 more hours of nonstop working out. He said, I was supposed to go to an event. I didn't go after. He was like, I was supposed to go do something else. I didn't do that. He's like, I went home. He's like, never again. That guy's a maniac.
Man, listen here. Aaron Donald over here. Of course, he's working people out. Shout out to him for giving the young G's the light. But conspiracy moment. I think we see Aaron Donald within the next 2 years back in the Rams uniform.
Is he gonna come back?
I think so. He looked prime as hell. He looked prime as hell. Like people said, JJ Watt could come back. My cousin, and I'm like, at the end of no, JJ don't come back. All these injuries, JJ don't come back.
Yeah, he was too hurt.
This man, like here, he could come back, like all the way back.
Which would be fun.
Go back to the Rams and try to get a second title. Come back.
I tell you, if they're at like week 9 and they only got like a loss or two, he's gonna be thinking about it. He's gonna be thinking about it.
If he comes back and they're able to win one, Devontae Adams can retire.
He can
Stafford can retire. Aaron can say
everybody. They're all gonna leave.
McVay can retire. Be in the Hall of Fame. Like this is how this ran to me. Like I used to watch the best show on turf. This might be the most I've talked about the Rams since then. Like this can become real crazy if they play it right. And injuries.
I'd love it if he came back. That'd be great. That'd be great for football.
They could be every team in the NFC except for the Cowboys.
They're gonna stomp on y'all.
Same thing we did with the AFC West. Your prediction on how they finish.
Niners first, Rams second. I'm blanking on the other two teams.
Cardinals and Seahawks.
Yeah, Cardinals. Ooh. I want to say Cardinals third, but I don't know how this Kyler situation gonna shake out. But like Cardinals third, Seahawks fourth. I can't trust Darnold. I still trust the midget more than Darnold.
I'm going to go.
Will.
I'm going to go Rams.
What?
It's pronounced dwarf.
Yeah, nah. As a resident short man, I don't give a shit.
I'm going to go Rams. I'm going to go Seahawks. Sorry. I'm going to go Seahawks. I'm going to go 49ers. I'm going to go Cardinals last.
See, I like to get at two because two like to be different. And Seattle too is different because they're clearly not there yet. But he did this with the Pacers last year and he got it right. So
listen here. As much as I want Sam Darnold to regress, I like him in the QB spot better than Geno Smith. I think he's an upgrade from Geno Smith.
Yes. Yes, I would agree with that.
Based on what we've seen recently.
But also DK leaving, he's also working with less. But I do think they're fine with the weapons. Yeah, definitely an upgrade from Gene. I agree. Although very similar. But
I'm going to go Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. And yeah, Sam Darnold's a freaking bum. I feel bad for JSN, but Seattle dead last.
Well, he'll find JSN. He finds the other team too. He'll find JSN. He gonna have a year.
His career is going to start out just like it did with the Jets, pick 6.
Rough.
And I got the Rams. I was going to take the Cardinals, but the addition of Robert Saleh,
It's huge.
huge. I got the 49ers second. I got the Cardinals third and the Seahawks last. So just like the last one, we got three of us picked the Rams first. We all picked different teams second.
Yeah, I like it. Mostly because this is Rebel over here, too.
We have the Cardinals, two Niners third, and then one Cardinal last, three Seahawks last.
Hey, I feel like this is about to be Robert Saleh's team. Coach is admitting that somebody's about to get fired. I think Robert's going to get another coaching gig.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you this, though. With Saleh in-house, that defense should get back to the defenses with the Niners that we are used to. Now,
eat again.
Now, if the offense doesn't follow suit, yes, they're gonna make changes for sure, and that sounds like in the form of Saleh moving up real quick. But if the offense keeps suit with what Saleh's about to do to that defense, that's a Super Bowl team. Because I think their defense is going to be really good, and I think their offense has all the pieces it needs.
I do got this one thing to say about the Seahawks too, and Will's going to love it. I don't see Sam Darnold starting all year. Jalen Milrose looked outstanding the entire training camp, and he's going to obviously I think he's going to be starting the first preseason game, if I'm not mistaken. Don't be surprised if by in between week 6 and 8, he takes over that spot.
Shout out to Milroe. I'd be happy with that. That'd be dope. Milroe's a freak athlete. People just don't realize that because he threw a lot.
Man, I even watched some of the highlights. He's actually looking pretty damn good.
Can't wait. We're almost there, fellas.
Yeah, right.
2 days, right? 2 days till we get the Hall of Fame game.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's Thursday.
Tomorrow. I forgot today's Wednesday.
Yep.
Y'all want me to go? Y'all want me to go up 1-0 on y'all early, or we not gonna do predictions? We'll do it for week 1 officially of preseason.
Who did you win last year?
Yeah, I won all year. Won the whole season. Wire to wire, baby. I'm repeating this year, baby.
Oh, no chance. We're not letting that happen this year, right, fellas? We're not letting that happen this year. No, absolutely not.
Nah.
My prediction is Coach is going to go at this very smart this year. Instead of picking some wild cards, I think Coach wins outright.
The Glaze. No, sir. Shout out, fellas. Who we got?
Shout out to all y'all. Fabulous week, man. Let's keep it moving. You heard? If y'all missed out, y'all can tune in. STWFsports.com.
Precisely. Shout out to you fellas. Great show. Shout out to Coach. Running the 1s and 2s to perfection as usual. And shout out to the chat. Who we had? Oh, he's going to take care of who we had here.
See. Shout out to the chat. Brandon, Jalissa, Jake was in there earlier and he's here now. Bobby and Andy.
Damn it, Bobby. MVP Brandon. He was holding it down whole time. I ain't done the MVP in a while. I stopped doing that.
Appreciate it. Shout out to you fellas, man. Y'all killed it tonight. You brought expert analysis, great insight. Football season is here, fellas.
Oh, it's here. We done waited. It's been so long. But we back.
What's the sign off tonight? Anybody left on shout outs?
Hey, listen. I'm
30
going
seconds.
to win a football spirit, man. I'm just gonna go with the late great Peyton Manning. Oh my!
We out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.